What's up, everyone? It's Timona from SheLovesThee Podcast. I'm here with a public service announcement. It is official. SheLovesThee Podcast will be sponsored by iWeave Hair for the upcoming 2023 football season. That's right. I will be promoting and representing the #1 source for all your premium quality hair extensions. I'm super excited to be a part of this company that not only has women looking beautiful, but invest in HBCUs. Stay tuned for upcoming deets. And of course, I had to end with IWeaveDoYou. How you doing, Mr. Campbell?
Well, looky here. I'm here in one of the Tigers' dens. I know they don't want FAMU people to come on these shows, but this is what we do. You know, FAMU people just barge in. That's what we do. So I am super excited to announce that Timona is going to be one of our spokespeople for the 2023-2024 year. She is somebody that I am so believing in. Timona is so talented. She represents the best of what HBCUs are. She represents the best of what Jackson State is. So when I spoke to Timona, I say, hey, we really want to get somebody that's in this space that represents our brand, that's going to look good in our brand, and also, you know, kind of give people what they want to see. So I'm super excited about this partnership. One of our first things, Timona's going to talk a little bit about it. We're also sponsoring the JSU alumni tent at the SWAC MEAC Challenge. Timona's going to be there on site wearing our iWeave hair and doing what she does best with her slides and talking about Jackson State. So we're proud to sponsor that. And like I've always told people, I have a love for Jackson State. I'm from Jackson. My family is a Jackson State family. And I always tell people, you cannot ever hate another HBCU because all of these schools have the same mission. So it always tickles me when somebody says, oh, this person hates this school and like that. I'm not one of those people because Jackson State changed my family's life. And Timona has a slide that she's going to show the reason why I support Jackson State so much. You're going to show that slide that we're going to kind of talk about?
Yes, I put it up there.
Okay.
So, Mr. Campbell, once again, I do want to thank you for this great opportunity to not only represent your brand, but expand my brand as well. iWeave, of course, you guys have several different initiatives that you have going on. So to be able to be representative of that and to be able to promote that, we will definitely have some things coming down the line, especially in the coming months with football season coming up. But I wanted everyone to know the history of Mr. Campbell and your tie to Jackson State. So, of course, we have the history of the Breland family. And would you like to go ahead and talk a little bit about your grandfather and as it relates to Jackson State, how you're connected?
Absolutely. So my grandfather, Irvin H. Breland Sr., is a proud graduate of Jackson College, class of 1938 from Wiggins, Mississippi. And how he ended up at Jackson State, which people can understand this. He was from a family of 13. And his father and mother could not read or write. And down South Mississippi, there was logging and they didn't pick cotton and stuff like that. It was more about farming and stuff like that. So apparently the white man, when they would go to sell their goods, would always cheat the Brelands. And his father said, one of y'all got to go get educated up in that school in Jackson. And my grandfather was the next in line. So he sent my grandfather to Jackson State in 1934. He graduated in 1938. He was part of a class of 12 people in his class that graduated. And you guys, I'm pretty sure know about Dansby Hall. His president was B.B. Dansby. That was who the president of the school was at that time. So when I tell people how much Brelands and Jackson State are together, it has probably been over 100 Brelands that have attended Jackson State since 1938. I'm pretty sure everybody that is in this chat that went to Jackson State went to school with a Breland. And as a matter of fact, which is so funny, it's a Breland on the basketball team right now, which is a distant cousin of mine. So almost for 100 years, there has been a Breland at Jackson State University, Jackson College, now Jackson State University. So for me, this is me honoring my grandfather because when he went to Jackson State, that changed the whole dynamic of a whole family. Because he was a family of 13, and all his brothers and sisters then sent their kids to Jackson State. I have an aunt. She had 12 kids. 10 of them went to Jackson State. He had a brother. 6 of his kids went to Jackson State. So as you can see, Jackson State is very important to me. So I'm always going to support Jackson State. I'm always going to support Jackson, the city. So that's why I want all of us to understand, while we might tell jokes and tease back and forth, I never want people to say, I hate somebody, or I don't want somebody to support Jackson State because they didn't go to Jackson State. Because Jackson State changed my life, which did allow me to go to FAMU, and my aunt to go to Dillard, and his son who pledged, and Cedric Walker, my boy, his frat brother, Delta Chapter Kappa. Breland's all through that chapter. So things like that. So I'm super excited because Timona reminds me of the Brelands, because one thing about the Brelands, they were known as preachers and teachers, and now Brelands are known as doctors and lawyers. So Timona is in that fine company. So we always want to make sure that we support that. So this is my little give back to Jackson State. And like I said, everybody know I love everybody and I respect everybody. I want to see Jackson State do well. I want to see everybody do well. So this is my thing. So this one, when people ask me about my JSU card, or why can't I talk about Jackson State? Now you know why I can talk about Jackson State.
Okay, so you got your clearance card.
I got my since 1938. Since 1938. 100 Breland strong. So there's very few people that can say what I just said. So that's the reason why I feel comfortable when I speak on Jackson State or when I support Jackson State, because it's not something that's not genuine. It is very, very genuine because of what that university has done for my family. That's why I never, and people know this, and this is no secret, I'm on other shows, but everybody knows I'm going to defend Jackson, and I'm going to defend Jackson State. I always have, and I always will, because I know what Jackson State means to that state of Mississippi and to Black people. So it has changed lives. So I'm proud of what Jackson State is. I'm proud of what Jackson State does. And any way I can honor my grandfather and the Breland family by doing any sponsorship. And I will say this, 3 of the last 4 Miss JSUs have won iWeave hair. So I've always been around. Brelands have always given money to Jackson State. I remember my grandmother feed Walter Payton coming over to the house. So that's how far we go back with Jackson State. So again, I'm super proud. Timona's going to do a great job, and she's going to make all these wonderful slides, and we're going to take all these beautiful pictures of her, and we're going to promote our brand, because the one thing about our brand, it is HBCU born and bred. And that's what we want. We want people that embody that, and Timona is the best of that spirit. So I appreciate you letting me come on. I'm excited for Timona to be in Atlanta representing the brand at the alumni tent. She's going to look amazing. And I appreciate Sylvester and president of the JSU Alumni Association in Atlanta to allow us to sponsor that tent, which you guys will see the iWeave logo. Once again, we put our money where our mouth is, and Timona is going to do a great job. So Timona, I will let you have your show back, but I will say this one thing. I'm going to love y'all until Labor Day weekend. Now, y'all know.
I will still be representing iWeave.
Yeah, exactly. You can wear your blue and white. Sweet. You and Cedric will be in the suites.
In the Blue Blossom Classic.
In the Blue Blossom. Hey, whatever you all want to call it. So that whole week, we can talk trash. You know, we always going to keep it respectful, but that is the thing that we are going to do. But from there on, I always want Jackson State to win every other game other than against FAMU. So I appreciate you, Timona. Like I said, I'll say this again. I'm super proud of you, and I'm telling everybody just to see Timona's growth and what she's going to be big in this space. And that's why we really believe that she is going to be big in this space. So I appreciate it. So Timona, like I say, thank you so much. And like I say, from the iWeave family and the Breland family, we appreciate you supporting us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Campbell, and everybody in the chat. That was the Mr. Campbell from the highest of 7 Hills. Braxton wants to make his appearance. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
Wave to camera, and then go back over there and go play.